Hello, you are welcome to Football Extra Site. Today we are going to be going through some of the highlight of the news in the TL. First of all, today I would like to talk about um, Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson is this player that Chelsea signed from Villarreal 2 seasons ago, and his output has been very good. And he's been the player that has been leading Chelsea line in the past season. His output has not been bad at all. I saw somewhere today where they highlighted that Nicholas Jackson had played the same numbers of games for Chelsea as he played for Villarreal during his entire stay in that club. And guess what? His goal output at Chelsea was much more than what it was at Villarreal, though the difference in assist is just one goal. So this player is developing. The question is, can Chelsea really wait for as long as it takes for him to develop before the team can start competing again? And that is what takes us to this man that you see on the screen right now. We are talking about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen is that player that at this point in time has what it takes. He has what Chelsea need at this time. But for some reason, they couldn't come into agreement over this past season, talking about the window that just closed a couple of days ago. He is now going to be playing at least till January for Galatasaray. If this gentleman come to Chelsea, he's at the age where he is 25, 26. This fits the Chelsea model. And let's see what happened because there are stories out there today about him. What is really going on when we talk about injuries? Injuries with Chelsea this season. We've had that kind of episode in the past season, but this time around, it's looking like it's beginning to creep into the club again. To start with, it was Rhys James during the preseason that he was injured. And then now we are now talking about Lafayette, and the latest casualty now is Malagusto. Malagusto was called into the international French under 21 club, and for some reason he's had injury. And from what you can see on the screen right now, Malagusto has withdrawn from France under 21 squad because of a thigh injury. Chelsea confirmed. And it's not only him. To make the matter very, very interesting, Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer has also withdrawn from the England squad. Chelsea has also confirmed that. So Cole is going to spend the rest of the international break at Coburn, and it is understood what he's going to be doing around that time. He's going to try to recover, to rehabilitate his, go through rehabilitation program and then see how it gets back. So we can see now that injury is beginning to creep into this club. Next, I would like to talk about Romeo Lafayette. Talking of injury at the sideline, this wonderful midfield player. In my opinion, as of today, in terms of form, this is Chelsea's best midfielder. He is very good at receiving the ball under pressure. He is very good at carrying the ball. His trickery on the ball, his ball protection, ball retention rate is quite high. In all metrics that you want to try to evaluate a midfielder by, this young man is the best that Chelsea has in the midfield. And as if that is not enough, remember when James was injured, the impression was that it's not going to take long, it's going to be ready after the international break. From what we're seeing and the report coming out today by Matt Law, we are seeing that he's unlikely to be ready again for the match for the Bournemouth match. So injury again is beginning to creep into Chelsea's team. Now, let's move into something more positive about this Chelsea side. We now have two players in Wesley Fofana and Levi Colwill, who has now been the regular partnership in the art of Chelsea central defense. And this is a good thing. This is a welcome development. It is good for these two players who are, I think the age range between the two of them is 21, Levi Colwill 21 or 22, and Fofana is top, maybe 23. These players are very good, and if they can develop together, the investment on Fofana is quite huge. This young man was signed for about 70 million pounds. That's talk about 2 seasons ago, not today. That will be something like maybe 100 million pounds today if you factor inflation into it. Maybe not 100 million pounds, maybe 85 million pounds. That's a lot of financial outlay to be able to get this young man into the Chelsea side. So it only makes sense that they grow together. They grow together. So far, they have not put any foot wrong in all the outings that we have seen them. But Fofana sometimes could be susceptible to being caught napping. Sometimes he got carried away. So the awareness around the box still needs to be a lot polished. And who else can we talk about at the Chelsea side today? We talk about Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke is progressing, is developing. His game is gaining a lot of confidence, and he's also putting in, extra shift, trying to retract back sometimes to help in defending. So the progress is good, but from what I can see and the way things are in Chelsea, his progress is a good thing for Chelsea. And next window, I just want people to watch out. Next window, his value will go up, and Chelsea is going to cash in on this brother by next season. You had it here first. You had it here first. He's going to be traded next season for a good value, because next season we have two more talent coming into the team in the person of William Estavio, and you also talking about Kendrick Pies. When those two players come, that part of the field is going to be overstacked. Who else do we have in the camp? Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, during the international break, is going to continue his progress with Chelsea. It's going to be training with Maresca. There are some pictures out there today. Training, Maresca looking on. A player like Casidio was trying to shadow mark him and all of that. And so this player is going to be huge for Chelsea. He's going to be so huge for Chelsea. So the international break is also offering other players like Raheem Sterling, who is now in Arsenal shirt. As you can see, he's training with Arsenal now. I really pray and wish that everything works out for Sterling playing for Arsenal, so that he can progress his career. It just didn't work with Chelsea. It became a very hard to watch when towards the end of his career with Chelsea. It just didn't work there for whatever reason. It didn't work. Today there's been a lot of noise in the media about this player. Who are we talking about here? Angelo Gabriel. This young player was signed from South America by Chelsea, sent over to Strasbourg, and a year later, towards the end of the season, he had injury, and he couldn't recover from the injury on time, and he was taken on tour with Chelsea for pre-season of 2024-2025 season, and it just happened that the timing wasn't just the perfect timing for this dude, and so Chelsea had to flip him. For those who don't understand some of the strategy of Chelsea, is what is called player arbitrage. And in player arbitrage, you buy player and you sell player and you make the margin. So people need to understand when a Clear Lake, Bully Clear Lake, when they're buying player, most of the time the players they're buying is not for keep, it's just another way of generating income. And for this gentleman, the report out there was that Chelsea made easy £6 million by just bringing this player over, turning him around in the system, and then at the end of the day, £6 million, just like that. And so we are just gonna go to another one that is just trivia. So for those who do not understand the clearly strategy, that is it out there. But this next one is the one that I just don't understand. Isn't Barca a joke of a club? Why do they have to sign this player? What is this player bringing to this team that they don't already have? So this is a joke of a club. Anyway, for those of us who are coming around here to uh, just to be able to look into some of the content that we are producing here, we just want you to support this channel. We want to be able to grow this channel and to be able to bring quality content for some of our viewers. So for your support, we are asking if it is okay with you to just click the like button, click the notification button as well, so that when we have content you can get notified, and please share, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.